Question number 1. The picture shows three bodies that gravitationally attract each other. Between which two bodies is the force of gravity the strongest? Correct response. A and C is the most accurate answer.
Question number 2. The gravitational force in the previous interaction was 20 N. Determine the gravitational force in the new situation where the second mass is doubled.
Great thinking. 40 N is the right choice.
Question number 3. The distance between the two masses in the previous situation is halved. Determine the gravitational force in this new situation.
Excellent choice. 160 N is the right answer.
Question number 4. Two particles are placed at some distance. If the mass of each of the two particles is doubled, keeping the distance between them is increased by 2 times, the value of gravitational force between them will be.
You chose unchanged. And it is correct. Question number 5. Two particles are placed at some distance. If the mass of each of the two particles is doubled, keeping the distance between them unchanged, the value of gravitational force between them will be… You got it. Your choice 4 times is right. Question number 6. A baseball is thrown up into the air. What happens to the acceleration as the ball rises in the air? Sharp thinking. The acceleration remains constant is the right choice. Question number 7. Which one of the above graphs represents the variation g from the center of the Earth to infinity? Solid response. C only is a valid choice. Question number 8. The gravitational force between two objects is F. If masses of both objects are doubled and distance between them becomes doubled, then the gravitational force would become… Well picked. F is the correct answer. Question number 9. The mass of a body on the surface of Earth is 12 kg. If acceleration due to gravity on Moon is 1/6 of acceleration due to gravity on Earth, then its mass on Moon will be… Strong choice. 12 kg is the right answer. Question number 10. In the absence of the centripetal force, the stone flies off along a dash. Perfect. A straight line is the correct choice. Question number 11. The gravitational force between two bodies of masses m1 and m2 separated by distance r is F. State the effect on the gravitational force when m1 increases twice. You're right. Fly is the correct answer. Question number 12. A man can jump to a height of 1.5 m on a planet A. What is the height he may be able to jump on another planet whose mass and radius are double to the planet A? Valid point. 3-point is true. Question number 13. Two objects are attracted to each other with 36 N of gravitational force. What would the force between them be if the distance between them were doubled? Great job. 9 is the accurate answer. Question number 14. The masses of two planets are in the ratio 1:2. Their radii are in the ratio 1:2. The acceleration due to gravity on the planets are in the ratio… Smart pick. 2A1 is the correct choice. Question number 15. If the gravitational force between two objects is 100 N and the distance between them is doubled, what is the new gravitational force? Good job. Your answer 25 N works well here.
Question number 16. If I double the mass of one object, but don't change anything else dash, what happens to the gravitational force between two objects?
Right again. Doubles is a valid answer. Question number 17.
What happened to the gravitational acceleration to an object if the object is moving from surface of the planets to the outer space? Clear logic. Your choice decreases is sound and 100% true. Question number 18. Which scientist found the value of G? Excellent. Henry Cavendish is a brilliant choice. Question number 19. The acceleration due to gravity acting on a freely falling body is directly proportional to the mass of the body. True or false? Exactly. False makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 20. Where is the planet moving faster? Smart move. Position to B is an accurate answer.
Question number 21. A stone is released from the top of a tower of height 19.6 m. Then its final velocity just before touching the ground will be
19.6 mums is the answer. Question number 22. When a car is taking a turn towards left, the person sitting inside will experience a centrifugal force in dash direction.
correct. Rightwards is the right answer.
Question number 23. A stone is released from the top of the tower with height 81.64 m. Calculate its final velocity before touching the ground.
Nice selection. 40 mcs is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 24. A ball is thrown vertically upward with 40 m the speed. Find the time when it reaches the maximum height. Take g equal to 10 minus 2.
On track. 4 sec is the correct answer.
Question number 25. A ball is thrown vertically upward with 40 ms speed. Find the maximum height attained by the ball. Take g equal to 10 ms 2.
Right choice. 80 mem is the best answer.
Question number 26. A stone is dropped from the roof of a building. Take 4 sec. To reach the ground. Then the height of the building is.
Nicely done. 784 m is a solid answer.
Question number 27. A ball is thrown vertically upward returns to the thrower after 6 sec. Then the velocity with which it was thrown.
Good thinking. 29 forward sec is the right answer.
Question number 28. The square of period of revolution around the sun is dash to the cube of mean distance of a planet from the sun.
Well done. Directly proportional is the right choice.
Question number 29. The moon and other satellites rotate around the Earth. Identify the force that keeps these satellites in orbit.
Nice work. You chose gravity and it is correct. Question number 30. If the ball is dropped at the height of 200 mem above the Earth's surface, what will be velocity just touch the ground? Well reasoned. 140 mem per sec is the correct choice.
Question number 31. A ball is thrown up vertically returned to the Earth after 12s. Find the velocity with which it was thrown up.
You're right. 58.8 meters is the correct answer.
Question number 32. If the mass of an object is doubled, how does the gravitational force between it and another object change?
Well done. It doubles is the right choice.
Question number 33. A ball is thrown vertically upward with 40 meters of speed. What is its speed when it reaches the maximum height?
You chose 0, and it is correct.
Question number 34. If the distance between two bodies is increased by 25%, then the percent change in the gravitational forces.
Correct. Decreases by 36% is the right answer.
Question number 35. What happens to gravitational force if I double both of the masses but don't change their distance?
Nice work. You chose 4x bigger and it is correct. Question number 36. Name the force that causes acceleration of an object moving along a circle and keeps the body moving. You got it? Your choice, centripetal force, is right. Question number 37. The weight of an object on the Earth is about 1/6 of its weight on the Moon. True or false? Well picked. True is the correct answer. Question number 38. The force of gravitation between two objects depends on only one of their masses. True or false? Good thinking. False is the right answer. Question number 39. Two objects move toward each other gravitationally. As they get closer, the force between them. Great job. Increases is the accurate answer. Question number 40. Suppose Fg between two massive spheres equal to 90 n. If distance between spheres is tripled, new Fg equal to. Smart pick. 10n is the correct choice. Question number 41. Jupiter is a much more massive planet than Earth. If you traveled to Jupiter, your mass would. Solid response. Remain the same is a valid choice. Question number 42. The force of attraction between two unit point masses separated by a unit distance is called. Strong choice. Universal gravitational constant is the right answer.
Question number 43. If you stood on a ladder so you were twice as far from Earth's center, your weight would be.
Excellent. 1/4 its normal value is a brilliant choice. Question number 44. The force that keeps the body in a circular path and is acting towards the center is called? Perfect. Centripetal force is the correct choice. Question number 45. Suppose Fg between two massive spheres M and M is F. If masses were M and therm M, Fg would be? Nicely done. Pardon is a solid answer. Question number 46. If I double the distance between two objects, what happens to their gravitational force? Valid point. 4x smaller is true. Question number 47. Two factors affecting the magnitude of the force of gravity between two objects are dash. Bravo. Mass and distance is the answer.
Question number 48. The universal law of gravitation was posted by. Universal rules of gravity were given.
Clear logic. Your choice Newton the Newton is sound and 100% true. Question number 49. When a body is thrown toward the center of Earth, then acceleration due to gravity is. Nice selection. Positive is the correct and valid answer. Question number 50. An object has a mass 36 kg on Earth, find its weight on the Moon. Exactly. 60n makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 51. If 240 kg is the weight of body on Earth, then its weight on the surface of Moon is. Sharp thinking. 40 kgs is the right choice. Question number 52. A 1,000 kg car rests on the Earth. The magnitude of Fg of the Earth on the car is. Well reasoned. 9/800n is the correct choice. Question number 53. 4. The atmosphere consisting of a large number of gases is held to the Earth by. Good job. Your answer gravity works well here. Question number 54. If the mass of Earth increased, with no change in radius, your weight would dash. Right again. Increase also is a valid answer. Question number 55. Kepler's first law states that the orbits of the planets are oval in shape or. Smart move. Ellipses is an accurate answer. Question number 56. What is the force that causes an apple to fall from a tree to the ground? Correct response. Gravitational force is the most accurate answer. Question number 57. When a planet orbits the Sun, one of the foci of the elliptical orbit is on track. The Sun is the correct answer. Question number 58. How does force of gravitation act when masses of two objects are doubled? Great thinking. 4x force is the right choice. Question number 59. 5. Choose the correct unit for the relative density among the following. Excellent choice. Uniteless is the right answer. Question number 60. When a body is thrown vertically upward, what will be its final velocity? Right choice. 0 is the best answer. Question number 61. The mass of a body on Moon is 40 kg. What is the weight on the Earth? Bravo. Disobedient is the answer. Question number 62. The orbit of a planet is an ellipse with the Sun at one of the foci. Well done. Kepler's first law is the right choice. Question number 63. The motion of the Moon around the Earth is due to which force? Valid point. Option 1 and 3 is true. Question number 64. What happened to the force if the masses of two objects become double? You're right. 4 times increase is the correct answer. Question number 65. Weight of Renyu on Earth is 600 N. What is the weight on the Moon? Nice selection. 100 N is the correct and valid answer. Question number 66. What is the force that causes objects to fall towards the Earth? Right choice. Gravitational force is the best answer. Question number 67. The gravitational force between two objects does not depend on. Great job. Sum of the masses is the accurate answer. Question number 68. Mass of an object on Earth is 10 kg. What its value on Moon? Perfect. 10 kg is the correct choice. Question number 69. 6. The pressure exerted by man on Earth is minimum when he... Sharp thinking. Lies on ground is the right choice. Question number 70. On the surface of the Earth, the escape velocity is about... Correct response. 11.2 km is the most accurate answer. Question number 71. 1. The gravitation constant is denoted by which symbol? Smart pick. G is the correct choice. Question number 72. A falling stone also attracts the Earth. True or false? On track. True is the correct answer. Question number 73. The force of gravity is dash to the square of distance. Right again. Inversely proportional is a valid answer. Question number 74. Even if we go to another planet, dash remains the same. You got it. Your choice mass is right. Question number 75. Weight of an object is directly proportional to mass. Nicely done. True is a solid answer. Question number 76. Where is ulg not used? Good job. Your answer charges works well here. Question number 77. The value of G also dash. We go inside the Earth. Strong choice. Changes is the right answer. Question number 78. Who formulated the universal law of gravitation? Clear logic. Your choice Isaac Net 1 is sound and 100% true. Question number 79. The ball is thrown up. The value of Ju will be... Smart move. Negative is an accurate answer.
Question number 80. Gravitational force obeys inverse square law.
Good thinking. True is the right answer. Question number 81. Which is uniform for a freely falling object?
Excellent choice. Acceleration is the right answer.
Question number 82. In which location would you weight the least? Well picked. Moon is the correct answer.
Question number 83. Force of gravity is inversely proportional to.
Solid response. Distance is a valid choice. Question number 84. 8 school bags have a broader base to reduce. Excellent. Pressure is a brilliant choice. Question number 85. Inverse square law was formulated by dash. You chose Newton, and it is correct. Question number 86. Which is a correct statement about mass? Great thinking. Mass is constant everywhere is the right choice.
Question number 87. The atmosphere is held to the Earth by.
Well reasoned. Gravity is the correct choice.
Question number 88. In a vacuum, all freely falling objects.
Exactly. Have the same acceleration makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 89. Which is the strongest force in nature? Nice work. You chose strong nuclear force, and it is correct. Question number 90. 10 kg T equals 10 kg weight is equal. Correct. 98N is the right answer. Question number 91. If mass is less, gravitation will be. Valid point. Less is true. Question number 92. Which of the following has no unit? Bravo. Relative density is the answer.
Question number 93. For upward motion, acceleration is.
Good job. Your answer G works well here. Question number 94. The amount of matter in an object. You got it? Your choice mass is right. Question number 95. The value of G is maximum at. Right again. Pole is a valid answer. Question number 96. Constant of proportionality is. Smart move. G is an accurate answer. Question number 97. What is inverse square law? Excellent. 1 grass square is a brilliant choice.
Question number 98. Pascal is the SI unit of.
Smart pick. Pressure is the correct choice.
Question number 99. The atmosphere is held by.
On track. Gravity is the correct answer.
Question number 100. Mass is a dash quantity.
Correct. Scalar is the right answer. Question number 101. What is Joule of Earth? Strong choice. 9.8 is the right answer. Question number 102. What is G? Right choice. Acceleration due to gravity is the best answer. Question number 103. Weight is. Correct response. Gravitational force is the most accurate answer. Question number 104. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Sharp thinking. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook is the right choice.